been gone for like, here, let me actually move this plane. I feel so awkward. I don't even know how to start this video. Basically, sorry, I don't know how to start this. Basically this video is going to be about my miscarriage and us trying to conceive right now. So if that bugs you, I guess don't watch this, or if it's too triggering for you because of like a past miscarriage, I'm so sorry that you even have to click on this video to help you through what you're going through now. It's one of the hardest things a woman could ever go through. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I'm gonna be talking basically about that. Sorry, it's really hard. I haven't not talked to anybody about it, but like, I'm about to post this on YouTube for everyone to see. And there's gonna be tears and definitely some blubbering, and I'm just like really nervous to start. But yeah, basically I got pregnant. It was like 2 years ago. This coming October will be this coming November will be 2 years when I found out. But yeah, we weren't trying. We'd only been together for March, April, May, June, like 9 months. Yeah, we had only been together for like 9 months. We obviously knew each other well enough to where we were like, okay, let's move in. Let's do that. So we moved in together, and we had to make moving arrangements. So then we were living somewhere else for a little bit. I don't want to get into detail on that, but yeah, so we basically we moved. We weren't being too careful. I mean, I was on birth control, but I was terrible at it. I was working at Starbucks at the time, and I was just like, crazy schedule, always all over the place and all of that. And so then, yeah, I just didn't take my birth control pills. I was horrible at it. I was terrible. I am the worst person to like, here, take this pill every single day and don't miss a single day or else you'll get pregnant. Well, it happened, and I got pregnant real fast, and boy, was that interesting. There was one Saturday that I was working that I like knew I should go take a pregnancy test. Like, I just knew that, like, I didn't even have to take one. Like, I just knew that I was pregnant. And TMI, but my boobies were hurting real bad, like to the point to where I couldn't even like it just hurt to just move. So I was like, maybe we should get a pregnancy test. Maybe you should do that. And so I was like, okay. So I went to go get a test. I got like 5 different kinds, I swear. And there's so many, and they're so expensive. And I spent like $10,000 billion on 3 things. But yeah, I took a test, and then it said, I can't remember if I took a digital test first or just two lines. 2 lines means you're pregnant. Yeah, I can't remember which one, but it was a positive. And then I texted Cody, and I was like, I think we should do a test together because I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant, even though I had already taken a test, which to this day, he knows that I took one because we're trying to get pregnant now, and I'm just such a, how do I say it, freaking impatient that I just need to take a test. Even if it's like day 5 of past ovulation, I can't, like, no one can tell whether you're pregnant or not. a stick sure as heck can't detect it that early. But yeah, I was like 6 weeks, I think, when I found out. So, which was, I guess, the normal time. Normal people find out, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I pooped my pants a little bit when I saw that pregnant, like a yes with a plus sign on it and then 2 lines. We were kind of freaked out. I'm pretty sure Cody said the S word. So there was that. And then we talked a lot about it, about me being pregnant and everything, and we talked about our options, and obviously we decided to keep the baby. I told my older sister first, before anyone else, so sorry, Bubba Gump. Sorry, Mom. You had to find out in a Barnes & Noble. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we found out, and then we started telling people a little too early, because we just I didn't even think about having a miscarriage. I didn't think about sorry. I didn't think that it would even be a possibility. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't even think it could be a possibility for me, just because, as most young women do, I guess, they just think like, oh, I'm young and I'm healthy and everything's gonna be fine. Like, I don't need to worry about anything. Like, I'm just gonna tell people. So I posted it on Facebook. I posted it everywhere. I was just so excited to have a baby. And then we told my parents, and my mom was so excited. My dad, however, I mean, how would you feel if your 19-year-old daughter, 20-year-old daughter comes to visit, and she's only been living with this boy for like 6 months, if anything, and she's pregnant. I think his feelings were pretty valid, so he was not happy. It took him a couple weeks for him to come around, and then he could not get enough of this baby. He could not get enough of Athena. Like, he was so obsessed. It was the cutest thing ever. Yeah, but I'm gonna show some pictures of my belly and stuff, so if that triggers you, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was amazing. It was the best 17 weeks of my life. Like, I loved being pregnant. I hated being sick, but I loved every single moment of it. It was like my favorite thing in the whole world. I remember, obviously, I don't think I would ever forget this day, but it was January 7th, and Cody and I were just home, and we were just relaxing on the couch. I think we were watching a movie, and I kept feeling these little, like, these little pinches in where, like, I guess my uterus or my ovaries are, or where the baby is. And I just kept feeling these little pinches, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm just cramping because I'm super constipated. So pregnancy hormones will make you constipated. So I was like, oh, maybe because I haven't pooped in like a day or so, in like a couple days. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go try to poop. And so I pooped, and they went away, and I was like, oh, okay, it's probably just that. So I let my mom know. I was like, hey, they went away. I think it's just because I haven't pooped in a while. She's like, oh, okay, just keep me posted. And then the spotting started. So I started spotting a little bit, and it was just a tiny bit. It was only when I wiped, so it wasn't even that concerning. And then it kept getting more and more, and the cramps kept getting worse. And I think it was like, it had to have been like 12 a.m. It was so late, or so early. And then we went to the hospital because it started getting more, and I was just like, we need to go, like, now. So we went to the hospital, and by the time we got there, I was already like gushing blood and just cramping so bad. We waited for like an hour to be admitted. And we finally got admitted. I got dressed, and they did a vaginal ultrasound to see the baby because they weren't finding a heartbeat on the Doppler. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. But they did a vaginal ultrasound, and she had to have been like not even bigger than a plum. She was so tiny. But yeah, so that happened. And then I started bleeding more and more, and the cramps got really bad. They were so painful. They got really bad. I've never felt a pain like that before. Like, it was horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever been through. But they were contractions because my body was, I guess, releasing the baby, and so I was going through contractions. And man, oh man, that hurt. So just imagine a 10-inch head, or 10 centimeter head coming out of tiny. I think I'm gonna get an epidural. I don't want to, but feeling those contractions, I almost passed out. I threw up. I was just like, it was bad. And Cody wanted to get an ambulance, but I was like, it's fine. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to be home. My parents, oh my gosh, they were so amazing in the whole process. They stayed with us for like a week. I don't know what I would do without them. They are so amazing. And honestly, if they didn't come to help, I don't think I would have been able to be making this video. Like, I wouldn't be here. I think it'd just be too hard to deal with it all. And Cody, oh my god, he was so amazing through the whole process. He just held me, and at one point in the night, I don't even remember what time it was, but I had gotten out of the shower and I was about to dry off and everything, and I was just kind of just standing there, just in awe, and I just felt this gush come out of me, and I knew that my water had broken, so I just kind of stood there in shock. Like, it was just all of this, like, it was literally like in the movies, like just a gush of water, just like, and that scared me a lot because I knew that it was like for sure happening. Like, okay, it's over. Like, we're almost done, and I mean, there's nothing I can do. So I went back in the shower, and I thought Cody was just gonna go or talk to his mom or whatever, but he came in the shower with me, and he just held me. And I knew we would be together forever since that day, that night. It's a horrible thing to just go through. And I'm not sharing this story to make you feel bad for me. I'm sharing it because I know that there's a mom out there, sadly, that's gone through the same thing that I have. And no one should ever feel like they're alone, because that's just the worst feeling ever. To for one, lose your baby, and for two, to feel like you're alone and like no one in the world can understand your pain, and not everyone will. And that's okay, because not everyone should have to go through that to have a baby. So to the mom that just had a miscarriage, I'm so sorry. I feel for you, I understand you, and I'm praying for you. And feel free to message me if you need to. I'm so sorry if you're going through this right now. It's not a good thing to go through. It's definitely very hard, and you definitely need an amazing support system like I have. Like I have my sisters, I have my brother, I have my husband, my parents, aunts, uncles, friends, everyone. I have a huge web of people to be able to talk to about things, but they're not all gonna understand what I'm going through, and that's fine. It's a normal thing to want to just feel heard and feel understood, but not everyone is gonna feel like that. Not everyone is going to understand. Not everyone is going to be as compassionate or empathetic as you would like them to be, especially right now, because especially after like the next couple of months. People aren't just gonna forget. They're not just gonna, remember your baby like you do. People are eventually gonna move on and try to be there for you as best as you can, but the only person that can be there for you is really you and other women that have gone through this, unfortunately. Whether you struggle with some sort of like infertility, which is something I'm gonna get into in just a second, but yes, this video is not over. Hopefully no more tears, but you'll get through this. You've gone through the worst of it, except it's still gonna get worse, and day by day it'll get a little bit better. You'll be able to talk about it. You'll be able to smile and laugh at the times that you got to spend with your baby. You'll get to enjoy the memories instead of thinking about the sad parts. You'll be able to get through that a little bit easier. However, I'm just full of hormones right now, so I can't really keep my my tears in me, unfortunately. So yeah, this next part is gonna be a little bit weird, just because I'm gonna be talking a lot about trying to have a baby, which is so difficult, let me tell you. It is so fun the first couple of tries, but then once your body, like mine, rejects pregnancy like it's a sin, like it's a flu or just an illness that just doesn't want it. And I just have to get through that right now. I just have to get through not being pregnant right now. Gross. Ew. That was gross. It's disgusting. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This video is all over the place. This is not how I wanted to do it, but this is how we're doing it, and it is what it is. I just gotta get through it. I don't want to do this, but I feel like it's important for other people to know that there are other people going through this as well, that are there for them. But yeah, we've been trying to conceive, or in trying to conceive terms, we have been TTCing for about 5 months now. I'm still not pregnant, so that's hard. I don't know how I really feel about it. I feel very conflicted and very frustrated on it. I just feel very frazzled, I guess. Like, what? I'm not pregnant again? Like, what? Like, I just feel very confused because I'll get all of these symptoms and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the month. Things are happening. Things are progressing. Like, I feel morning sickness. I'm getting cravings. My boobies hurt. Just the normal stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, this is it. This is the month. Start getting everything ready. I got my pregnancy book out, everything. I start planning. And the minute I do, I get my damn period. And I'm pissed. So what has helped me is just praying or crying for a whole day, which always helps because it's always the first day. That's really hard. Once I get my period or whatever, it's always the first day that's like super emotional because I'm not pregnant. After taking 8 kajillion tests saying not pregnant and negative, I still get sad when I get my period. Yes, this is normal in couples that are trying to conceive or women that are trying to conceive. We are a complex being. We are very confusing. Like, okay, I'm gonna take all these tests just to be 100% sure that I'm not pregnant. Takes 100 tests to make sure that they're not 100% pregnant, gets negatives. And then when they get their period, they're still sad, even though they know that they're not pregnant. Even though I know I'm not pregnant, I still get sad because it's like, what the heck? Trying to conceive, trying to have a baby is hard in its whole thing. Like, making a baby is hard. Making a baby is difficult. Like, growing a human being is the most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life. It was draining. It was just a hot freaking mess, but I loved every second of it, and I wouldn't trade it for the world to like know that I got to carry a baby in me. So the fact that we're trying again is amazing to me. Like, we've come so far in our relationship and we feel comfortable enough, thank the Lord. We feel secure enough to try to have a baby, which is amazing because unfortunately when something as traumatic as a miscarriage happens, not all couples last. So I'm just very grateful that I got to that I got out of that dark place that I was in. But yeah, trying to conceive is really hard. Planning everything, tracking everything. It's difficult. It's a difficult process. And then we're not always in the mood. So it's just like, you just gotta do it, even if you don't want to. It's mechanical. And we're trying really hard not to make it mechanical. We've been, it's been rough, you know, especially with me and my emotions. I'm just a hot freaking mess, you know? And that is what it is. I mean, he chose me, okay? He swiped, is it right? He swiped right. Yes, we met on Tinder. He swiped right. He knew what he was getting himself into. I'm a Latina woman. I'm naturally crazy and hormonal because I have all of the women in my family's sass just in one vessel. Okay, it's me. This is what you get from the beginning. But yeah, we are trying to have a baby. I'm excited. Like, yeah, I'm super sad that this month I'm not pregnant again. This will be month 5. us trying. So hopefully month 6 will be better. I'm hoping that we don't have to do IVF or anything like that, and that everything's fine. But yeah, we're trying to make the best of it. I mean, I haven't stopped drinking or other things that I probably shouldn't say. I mean, I'm 21, it's fine. Smoking the marijuana or whatever, it's fine. But yeah, my mom actually kind of helped me on that. Like, stop putting your life on hold for something that, like, you're, like, waiting for, pretty much, is how she kind of told it to me. Probably not, but that's how I read it. Sorry, Mama, if I botched your words. But yeah, basically, I'm not gonna be stopping my whole life just because I'm waiting for one thing. And that's so difficult to do because I don't want to feel guilty. It's very confusing. Like, I want to drink, and then I'm like, wait, what if I'm pregnant? And then if I'm not pregnant, I'd be like, wait, I could have drank all of those times. Like, what the heck? So I'm just a hot stinking mess right now. But I just wanted to come on here, and oh my gosh, this is a 26-minute video, and I'm so sorry. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and basically let you know that I'm not really okay. I'm struggling a little bit in this part of my life. And everything else, it's amazing. Like, I love my life, my job. I mean, who really loves their job, you know? But this is like the main part of my life that I'm really struggling with, and I just wanted to get on here for the 8 people that watch me, just wanted to get on here that you're not alone in what you're going through, in the trying to conceive, in the miscarriage, or in just life in general. Like, everyone is going through their own thing, and you're not alone. So if you ever feel like you are, just Google trying to conceive, or go on YouTube and look up trying to conceive videos or miscarriage videos. I know that's what I did to help me, like like Googling or YouTubing, sorry, searching other YouTubers who have had a miscarriage, or even now, like, other YouTubers that are trying to conceive in their journey. And honestly, just reading the Bible for me helped. That's what I really dug myself into when I had my miscarriage, was just digging myself into the Lord, honestly. That's really what helped me. And if you're not a religious person, that's totally fine. Just, you can talk to yourself or to whoever. I mean, I don't know if you believe in God or not, but someone's listening. So whether that's me, yourself, God, your friends, family, or just staying in silence. If you need to scream, freaking scream your lungs out, girl or guy, dads that are going through this too. If you need to scream, scream. If you need to swear, swear. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to laugh, do what you need to do. If you just want to stay in silence, that's totally fine too. I know I had multiple days where I just stayed quiet and I just didn't talk to anybody. Even now, like, when I find out that I'm not pregnant, I go through these days where I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to cry, and I just want to eat junk food, and that's fine. But just know that you are not alone, and you will get through this, and it's not forever. It may happen again, which, God willing, it doesn't, but at least now you know that you have people that love you and people that are going to be here to help you, even if it's a random stranger on the internet that doesn't even know you. But I know what you're going through, so I think that's as good as it's going to get as far as talking to strangers goes. But yeah, thanks for listening. I just wanted to pop up on here and share my guts out, I guess. It was all scrambled, and this is definitely not how I wanted this video to go, but I mean, I think this is the only time I would feel good enough to talk about it, and not angry, but irritated enough to say it all out loud, because I am irritated that I'm not pregnant. but it's gonna happen in its own time. And I just gotta be patient, and I'm not a patient person. Are Libras patient? Are Libras patient? I'm gonna Google that when I'm done with this. Yeah. Okay, well anyways, thanks for watching. I'm gonna leave before it gets any more awkward because 8 people are like watching this. So hopefully 8 of you get something out of it. So bye.